The Novara Transformation, a nation's journey to sustainable success. This is a fictional story created to illustrate the potential benefits of applying the program detailed in Oliver Matar's book. It showcases how a government might use the NECIC model, DAR framework, and bank happiness program to increase GDP, improve citizen well-being, and reduce the National Bank Happiness Index. In the heart of a continent often overlooked by economic powerhouses, the Republic of Novara stood at a crossroads. Despite its vibrant culture and educated population, the country was battling stagnating GDP growth, a sharp rise in youth unemployment, and an undercurrent of national anxiety. Citizens felt increasingly disillusioned, and policymakers were stuck in reactive cycles rather than forward-looking strategies. The turning point came in a cabinet meeting that would change Novara's trajectory forever. The Minister of Innovation introduced a book he had been reading, How to Achieve Sustainable Success, by Oliver Matar. Its message was striking. Success wasn't just a matter of GDP or quarterly growth, it was about sustaining that success by fostering two core pillars: value creation through innovation and occupational happiness. Oliver Matar's insights were about to reshape Novara's future. The Prime Minister was intrigued. A month later, Novara formally invited Oliver Matar and his team from Sustainable Success Management Consulting, or SSMC, to assess the country's leadership systems, economic strategy, and civil service structure. What they found wasn't unique. Fear in its many forms was paralyzing innovation, stifling creativity, and diminishing well-being. Oliver Matar proposed implementing the NECIC model across all federal ministries. NECIC, necessity, enabling environment, creative thinking, inventions, change management, and innovation, provided a step-by-step roadmap for turning ideas into impactful, sustainable solutions. The Ministry of Economy was the first to adopt the model. Through necessity, they redefined their mission to enable inclusive economic growth that elevated both GDP and the lived experience of every Novaran. Next, they cultivated an enabling environment by revising internal policies, removing hierarchical bottlenecks, and allowing young analysts to propose ideas to directors. Creative thinking sessions sparked dozens of proposals, from tax incentives for remote freelancers to green bonds for clean energy investments. With DAR, detect, accept, abandon, recognize, reduce, supporting each stage, the teams identified how fear of failure had historically suppressed bold ideas. They learned to detect that fear, accept its presence without shame, abandon outdated mindsets, recognize healthier thought patterns, and reduce fear's influence over decision-making. To operationalize DAR on a large scale, the government launched a national behavioral survey using Bank Happiness, a program designed to measure the percentage of time people operated under the influence of fear versus purpose-driven joy. Bank Happiness provided ministries with heat maps, showing departments, regions, and demographics with the highest fear time. In collaboration with SSMC, Novara launched interventions, empathy-based leadership training, safe spaces for idea sharing, and even therapy stipends for civil servants, to reduce fear in the workplace. In the public sector, departments tracked their Bank Happiness Index daily. What began as simple check-ins, how do you feel starting your work today, evolved into a dashboard that revealed deep insights. The Ministry of Education discovered that fear of digital tools among teachers was slowing e-learning adoption. With that knowledge, they adjusted the rollout strategy, shifting from mandatory training to peer-led learning circles that emphasized psychological safety. Within 1 year, the National Bank Happiness Index increased from 27% to 62%, a dramatic shift confirmed by an independent research firm. Ministries reported faster policy development, higher innovation proposal rates, and improved interdepartmental collaboration. Armed with NECIC and a growing culture of psychological safety, agencies turned their attention to GDP and well-being. The Ministry of Commerce reimagined Novara's international trade strategy, co-designing it with entrepreneurs using NECIC sessions facilitated by SSMC. The result? A trade with trust platform that used blockchain to authenticate exports and simplify compliance, attracting over $3 billion in foreign investment. Startups flourished under new microcredit policies proposed by employees during NECIC workshops. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health used DAR and bank happiness insights to pinpoint fear drivers among healthcare workers, primarily burnout and fear of retribution for mistakes. By redesigning reporting systems and providing wellness coaching, patient care quality improved, absenteeism declined, and health sector morale soared. The crowning achievement came in year 2. Novara's GDP, which had hovered at 1.1% growth, surged to 4.8%. More importantly, the National Happiness Survey, administered quarterly, revealed a 38% increase in reported life satisfaction. Citizens were not only more productive, they were genuinely more hopeful. At the United Nations Innovation for Development Forum, the Prime Minister of Novara took the stage with Oliver Matar to share their story. The Prime Minister addressed the nation with a powerful message. Prime Minister, we believed innovation was about machines, about technology, he said, but the true innovation was emotional, it was human. When we reduced fear, creativity exploded. When we fostered happiness, our economy grew, not in spite of it, but because of it. His words resonated deeply, marking a pivotal moment in Novara's journey. Other countries took note. Delegates from neighboring states invited SSMC to introduce the NECIC and DAR frameworks in their own regions. For Oliver Matar, it was another confirmation of the thesis he had built over a lifetime. Sustainable success requires more than strategy. It requires systems that continually detect, measure, and reduce fear, while enabling continuous value creation and occupational happiness. Today, Novara continues to apply Matar's program, embedding NECIC and DAR into its civil service exam, education curricula, and even private sector partnerships. Bank happiness dashboards are now used not just by the government, but by hundreds of companies tracking workplace well-being. Before we waited for the government to fix everything, said one small business owner in Novara's eastern province. Now I feel like I'm part of a movement, I can innovate, I can grow, and I'm not afraid anymore.